Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I'm Amabel.
and welcome back to Disco Elysium, where hopefully we have managed to reconstruct the house of cards that was my complicated audio setup after Windows updated and screwed up everything. If there are technical issues with this one, I apologize. Please route complaints to gates.bill@microsoft.edu. All right. Where were we? I think you had just gotten a skill point, I believe, and we had not decided how to spend it yet.
Was that? That's right. Because I was gonna.
So you have a couple of options here. You have,
Yeah, this is what I was doing.
you have thought cabinet slots you could open up because you have a couple of thoughts that you haven't been able to put in yet. You also definitely did want to put a point in volition at some point to go through that filing cabinet,
Oh yeah.
but I don't know if that's a more critical.
Am I doing the fun? Well, I'm almost at another level up.
You are pretty close to another level up.
What I'm gonna do.
And
is
as long
I'm
as you
gonna-
keep saying left wing stuff, I think you're going to get another one pretty quickly.
Okay, I'm gonna unlock. Confirm.
Okay, so what were you slotting? Was it the precarious world, or were you getting just as regular as could be?
Oh, hang on. That's 4 hours.
That'll mature into whatever it's going to mature into faster. But the question is, which one of these things do you want? Do you want to?
So I will tell you.
Yeah.
So I don't know mechanically how time passes in the game. If I am asleep, am I thought cabineting while I am asleep?
No, we had a thought running over the night between the first and second days.
Because I don't want to run into any red checks because all red checks fail.
No, it means 4 hours of actual doing stuff time.
Yeah. So I will.
Seems
I don't know.
The point of this game is victory.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn. What can you give me some advice? Like, because for me they're kind of. My thing with the precarious world is like the research bonus of all red checks fail when we're in this very tense situation, but it's going to get more tense as time goes on.
Yeah.
Like,
are you in a tense situation right now?
I mean, we're approaching. Okay, we're gonna try this one, but I hope.
Okay. Let's learn some shit about victory. Woo.
Okay, and then was I gonna talk to this lady?
You had just
Hang on,
finished speaking to her. That's where you got all the XP.
Just gonna have chain cutters in my hand.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Sure.
in that
Seems
case,
like a double-fisted kind of bash. You're still
that
wearing that
case,
mesh tank top.
I am.
Okay.
Things on my list. I
Yeah.
want to talk to Boat Lady. I forgot her name. Remind me of her name, the Boat Lady.
Yeah, boat lady.
That's not helpful. So I have trouble remembering people's names and things.
Okay, her name is
One
Joyce.
time, Joyce. Okay.
Joyce
One
the boat
time-
lady.
One time we were watching a TV show, and I said, "You know this story, but the viewers don't." And I said, "I really like that one guy on the show and how he's, so interesting and whatnot, and surprised by his own feelings and curious about the world." And the person I was talking about was Hannibal Lecter on the TV show Hannibal. And I feel like that just shows you how bad I am at remembering the names of people. Hello.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
It's a good question.
Oh, okay.
You were all head up about coming back over here. Why was that?
Because I thought I had more information to get from her and talk to her about the. 'Cause I know who did the. Let's talk about the lynching.
Of course. Anything to help.
I guess that's
I am
enough for
sorry
now.
to have been the bearer of bad news.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's more to talk to someone about on the second day. I know more stuff. The same thing happened with Everett, where we went to talk to him about this business, and like there was no new options, and it was like I was expecting that. Okay, well then that was one of the two things I wanted to do today.
Okay, what's the other one?
We're already halfway done. I wanted to go to the pawn shop
Okay.
and sell some stuff for money so I can pay my
Pay for
my
your
rent.
dice. Oh,
Well, dice, yes, the dice, but also
okay, yeah.
well, the dice is after so many hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this isn't the pawn shop. Where's the pawn
That's
shop
free.
at?
The pawn shop is down the road.
Okay. Besides people's names, I'm bad at senses of direction. Is this it?
Yeah.
Oh, run. Run. Oh my god.
While we're talking about, sort of the unfairness of the world here, I'm so mad. I'm so mad that Windows can just decide it's going to update and you don't really get a choice in that, and then it hands you back your computer and it's like, by the way, I fucked up all of your shit.
Reward, please.
I'm super not over this. That we fixed this seconds before airtime and I'm still stewing.
And it took a while.
It did.
It did take a while to fix.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Listen, I don't know if I'm doing this right. It's possible I'm not. But I have a complicated set of virtual audio cable maneuvers that are making the various sound channels that need to go to different places for different purposes run here. And so when it gets screwed up, I have to rededuce my idea from first principles, and it's very annoying.
I have something else to sell.
Sure, let me have a look.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
You did pick up some stuff.
Wait, how do I?
Note:
Oh,
this
fine.
filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. Did you know that?
Yep.
Okay.
Postcard.
You feel like you should hold. Okay.
What?
I was just reading the description, which literally said you feel like you should hold on to this and make good use of it.
Another time, perhaps.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you definitely have some money now.
Yeah.
Time to buy drugs.
Time to, first of all, as a responsible adult, pay my bill for today.
Time to get so incredibly high. Unbelievably high. Illegally high right in front of Kim.
I wouldn't do that in front of Kim.
And then offer Kim some drugs.
Nope, that's the wrong way.
That is the wrong way.
I'm gonna blame Windows. Cause I was ready. I was like on my game. And
Yeah,
like,
I'm sorry,
you were gonna let me do the intro.
We did have kind of a false start.
And then no, just didn't. I didn't get to do the intro. It was sad.
Can I help you?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Yep, 20 real for the night.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Can I not just give it to you now?
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Thank you, Half-Life. Goodbye. Yeah, there's something over here, though.
Why would you want to pay in advance when you could not pay in advance? These tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them.
Oh, that sounds great. You know, a tomato that's like sliced like really thin is good.
It's a
right.
beautiful endorsement. Just really emotionally powerful endorsement of tomatoes.
Okay, so I've done both things. So, thank you for watching. We'll
That was the episode.
that was the episode.
You didn't get to do the intro, and you are damn well gonna nail this outro.
Okay, I am going to, so we deduced earlier that this guy is one of the mercs.
Yeah. Well, deduced is a way to
Probably.
put that. Sure.
I know this for some reason.
Yeah.
Why do I know this?
Listen, people know things.
It's a shivers thing. Okay, I'm gonna talk to this asshole.
It's loud over here. Did it get louder?
It does feel pretty loud.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
The chief.
Huh.
I'm not following this.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Well, what's your plan here?
Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines? That is my plan. I'm gonna be very disarming. Oh, what is a strike? What is a strike? Sounds good too, though. No. Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
His neck muscles tense up. The veins on his neck bulge.
Oh, weird. It's okay.
Yeah.
Be careful. He's holding it deep in, but there are things in there you don't want to meet. This is Half-Life. Half-Life's afraid of everything.
Yeah. So I will say very quietly, is there a tribunal? Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking bug.
He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating, and his mouth slightly open. I think he's
How
gonna
about
kiss you.
Fuck off now, huh?
Kiss him.
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Okay.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on. It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp instead.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'll. The picture is the picture of the dead guy.
Yeah.
This is going to further escalate.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I don't know about escalate. It's certainly gonna rattle him.
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos. I take out the picture.
Don't think so.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
What do you want to do? What's your approach?
Oh, I mean, I do like bad ideas. Like, what's the worst that can happen? It was on your kernel. I give him the photo. Yes, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
Can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means.
He points to one tiny star in the web of lines, away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
So, I don't know if you're about to continue this story, but I guess we'll just say general content warning here for some content. I don't know exactly what kind of warning to give you. I don't remember the story, but it does sound like it's about to get weird.
Okay.
You gonna do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Alright, don't interrupt him.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets strangely quiet. A long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding.
Ugh.
We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
So, he's trying to rattle you back.
Yeah.
As a tactical concern, there's a way to do this. But also, I don't want you to weigh that too heavily. If you, Amabel the human, need to not hear this, it's okay. You don't necessarily need to hear the details to know the direction this is going in.
Yeah. Okay, this isn't useful. I take the photo back. You knew him, right?
What's the matter, militiaman? No stomach for it? This man was worth 1,000 loincloths. We're done talking here.
I think we should maybe even get going now.
There is absolutely no need to push this any further.
I'm just going to leave now.
Well,
Okay, so...
that wasn't useless, but I don't think anyone's happy about the use that it had.
Yeah. So I'm...
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Alright. Oh, what's this over here again?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Okay. Alright, so... I'm trying to think what to do now.
Well, you do have a journal full of tasks.
Yeah. Be ready in 8 hours. Well, it's not 8 hours yet. I need to... I need to call Alice back in a day. I guess I can go back and talk to Titus and try to...
Yeah.
I don't... Okay. The music's so good for this game. I'm sorry just to be like, hey, but like, it just struck me like it's such a nice melancholy vibe. All right. I love talking to this series of assholes.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. Well, what do you think?
8%.
This is not really your thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what... I mean, I'll have to get... In order to get better at it, I'll need to bump up my thing anyway, right? And so...
Well, maybe.
Or, well, I don't have any other options I haven't explored yet to... Like, she's not going to talk to me. Ooh, some curtains.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Curious.
Not time yet.
It's not time yet.
And I've already...
I've got nothing to say to you.
Alright. How about this guy?
Oh shit, it's Moby.
Who's Moby?
Doesn't matter. Just like the real Moby, he's useless.
Wait, what?
Nothing. That's just a fun joke for fans of Moby, I guess. I don't...
Who is Moby?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Kubek. Sounds representative.
Oh, okay, that's cute. I've talked to him before. These are all. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You've got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Do you know what's behind that door? And I point to the blue door.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Thank you, composure. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine.
Extremely normal interaction.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
I won't touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
I'll try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
I will leave. Alright, so... I don't want this to be boring for our viewers, but, like... I can't do this yet. I seem to run out of people to talk to.
Have you?
I don't know. I mean, I've talked to her today. I've talked to this jerkwad. I talked to Kuno earlier today. I talked to everyone here. I would appreciate... Is there anything I'm overlooking?
I don't even know how to answer that question. Have you have a chat with Kim?
Yes?
Maybe if you're lost, you could ask Kim how to do your job.
I'll try this white check. Why did the 41st send me?
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex, but no compelling explanations emerge.
Very close.
You seem to be following me. I haven't chosen this dialogue option yet, but you know what? I will.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean, distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
You're kidding me. Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
I really love the idea of like a person in the world trying to explain why a video game protagonist moves the way they do.
Talked to both of you
Officer,
yesterday.
the mere sight of police in Martinez makes me feel safer already. How can I help you?
It was this morning. It's been a while. I'll ask again about G-Mayor Baloo. G-Marie. This person. Who is that?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
So you both know her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
He jerks forward, but then grabs his chest and stops.
Easy, fellows. No need for this to get ugly.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when the 3 of us were just learning to walk and talk.
You stole her from me.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You... No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
What happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage. Peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside when she...
He pauses, searching for the right word.
Died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
Departed. Until the very hand she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features, but he immediately regains control. His face now a dispassionate mask again.
Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry.
The look in his eyes is happy and distant.
She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
I don't like the third one. That feels judgy. The first one's more interesting, I guess. So nothing wrong with weighing your options first.
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
You know what? I'm glad that we went to talk to these guys for this, because I wasn't sure where we were going, but I'm happy. This is the rest of the episode. This is great, actually.
He suddenly remembers you are still there, falls silent, and turns away.
Thanks for sharing.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
I mean, do you really want his sandwich? You can't just let a man have his sandwich.
You can have a sandwich. But I have let's talk some more about Jean Marie.
Sweet, sweet Jenny. Ask away, officer. I knew her all my life.
Oh, well, this is the same. Okay.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
Bye for now.
Are you working the case right now? Is this what working the case looks like?
I know who has said they did it. I don't have any witnesses. I can't...
I mean, you have a bunch of witnesses.
Well...
There's like 7 of them. It's kind of the problem.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers,
Yeah,
a radio
I know.
microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Okay, Yeah, you know what? I'll call the 41st again.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
That's all for now. Okay, you know what?
Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
So the one thing I haven't done is open the door for the guy. I don't want to open the door for the guy.
Okay.
But
it does seem like he's not going to cooperate if you don't, but do you need his cooperation?
Well, to get my gun back, there's a task that I have. Yeah, so I'm kind of floundering a little bit here, actually, because, like, I have all the information I'm going to get out of talking to Titus and his Hardy Boys. I've gone through the entire district, the haunted commercial district. It doesn't seem like it's a good idea to talk to the mercenary. So, like, I'm really not sure what to do next, where to go next. And I felt that way most of this episode, and I don't know what to do.
Okay, well, like I said, you could ask Kim about your job if you're unclear on your job. I mean, you gotta make an arrest here, right?
Yeah. But I didn't have the option to make an arrest. And when I talked to Kim,
Yes.
I don't have an option to be like, tell me about the case
What do you
again, I
want to
guess.
know?
I can ask about the preliminary info again. I don't... Like, there's an option here I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing it, you know?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
No, wait.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. And then, during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him. But okay then, was there anything else you wanted to know?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No. It's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious.
Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the doc.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the Union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case.
Wait, so is this a strike or an attempted coup?
Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage, however you parse it.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
Oh man, what's your opinion?
We should crown the owners of the fine taste and feed them to the pigs!
When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I meant we should be careful. If we are not, the shit will blow right in our faces.
He makes a quick gesture toward his visage, where the shit would blow.
From an imaginary fan.
Thank you, conceptualization.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Actually, I have all I need for now.
Good.
All right. Well, at the very least, you earned enough experience to gain a level there.
Okay, so let's get some volition.
Okay.
And let's go back and try to look at those files. That's my next thing I'm doing. I feel like I'm missing something obvious, and I'm gonna feel really dumb when...
What is it that you feel like you're missing?
Like an obvious direction to go in. Because again, I don't have like an arrest option. And arrest seems like not particularly...
Well, I'm pretty sure if you try to arrest Titus Hardy,
I will get killed.
Yeah, you and Kim are going to end up next to that guy.
Stand steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you.
It's go time. Let's do it. Come on.
You're trying hard.
God.
But the data here is unbelievably dry.
Darn it.
Something about containers.
It's just so boring.
Why is it every...
These are the most boring files. And this is the one thing that the detective, as you have constructed him, cannot handle. He just can't do bored. I think that's really fun.
That is fun, but at the same time, like, this is the third time I've done this, and like, it's not like a low percentage shack.
He's a physical powerhouse. He's a burgeoning art critic. He's got all these ideas
smoothly
about what things could be, what things could mean, but he just can't handle boredom.
All right, so what next? No new dialogue options here, I don't think.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Labor Utopia, and I nod approvingly.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Any idea who killed the hanged man?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
He shakes his head solemnly.
The harbor is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing? I like that line reading I did. Was it good?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He means a more violent faction could easily take care of such a thing.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
He takes a sip from his flask.
Good talking to you. Gotta run.
See, he's doing drugs.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that. There's no one to talk to up here.
Well, there's Measurehead.
Is there more dialogue for Measurehead?
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamique.
I knocked you out like a god of martial arts.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered. A little.
I'm not doing this. That's some bullshit. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
I would say that seems true.
But you're all part of the union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Similes. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
I will leave.
Race heroism.
I hate him so much.
He is the worst. Just absolutely. But like that like finance is an alien concept to my people, so I do this out of race heroism. Like I almost respect the knot you have to tie yourself in, you know?
Yeah.
Like how do you confront that the amount of like what's the word I want here? The amount of cognitive dissonance you would have to handle to make sense of that, and the answer is you just put it all in your mouth at once.
Yeah.
But the clowns are still here.
Do I unlock the check by knowing they're feminine bodybuilders?
You had a lower chance than that to hit the body to get the body down with the gun.
All right.
This time it's going to work. You already ruled out the first bad option that didn't.
You know what it's time for.
What was it time for? Kim, I need your gun. Because the first one's the one I tried.
Yeah.
I didn't try the other two.
That first one's the bad option.
Yeah.
Which we well know at this point.
So I feel... See, neither of these feel like they establish authority. They both feel like...
Yes, you failed the check.
Kim, I need your gun.
Why?
This is not what he thinks it is. This is a great idea. I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either.
Thank you for listening. Okay, you know what? I'm going with the first book of this funny. What? Who? Me? What is it?
Yes. You. Stop talking out loud. You sound like you're unraveling.
Oh, okay. I thought I was...
That was out loud. There are quotation marks.
I thought I was gaslighting Kim. Everybody calm down. This is only a demonstration. Kim, the gun, please.
What in the name of fuck are you doing?
But I don't want to give you my gun.
Oh.
The fuck is happening, Titus? What are they whispering about?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
Oh no. Trust me, Kim. I am merely flesh.
Yep. And I can't do a better line reading than that, so...
Merely what?
He doesn't quite catch that last word. A brief moment passes in silence, then...
The pressure in the room grows to a boiling point.
Be careful, it's loaded.
He unholsters and gives you his firearm. It feels oddly light and buzzing in your hand, like a funny toy.
Good. Now put it in your mouth.
Okay, see, the way that this is going to prove that you're in charge...
But I want to point it at them.
I want to point it at them. Quit your whining. Everyone knows how to do that. You're a special man. You're going to point it at yourself. Go ahead. Show them.
Possible content warning. Okay, I do that.
What are you doing?
The short, cold barrel touches your lips. It tastes like iron and hell.
Genuine panic flies across the lieutenant's face.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
Oh boy. Oh boy. We know, listen, we know that this is in character. We know that this is a thing your character got up to before. What's the version of this?
I mean, I'm going with the first one. It doesn't feel like the regular. I don't want to be the regular cop in this instance. I feel like the first one is like genuinely unnerving.
Yeah, no, this is not a regular cop idea.
These are my thoughts. This is my head.
What in the name of motherfuck?
He looks closer, squinting at you.
The fuck is he saying? Some insane shit.
Nothing. Give me the gun.
You will never forget what happens in 5 seconds if you don't respect me.
Fellas, the cop is really threatening to off himself. This is insane.
No, that is not what is happening. This show is unnecessary. Give me my gun, now.
Don't. There's this itch in the middle of your skull where you've never reached, never scratched.
I'm not 100% sure that you can't shoot yourself in the head here. So...
you bet...
Okay, go ahead. You're driving.
This is worse than dying in the chair.
It's certainly embarrassing. It's going to be embarrassing. My concern is that it might also be lethal.
Yeah, so if I do, because the finger on the trigger and the pull the trigger, obviously pull the trigger is bad. Is going to be the thing. I'm worried that if I select the third one, that it will lock me out of giving the gun back to the lieutenant.
I could see that. I could see that being the case, yeah.
So I will give the gun back to him.
Thank you. Nothing to worry about here, people. My partner likes to play these jokes. He's what you call dark.
Dark? What the fuck was that, you carnies?
We haven't seen RCM in 4 years, and this shows up?
I knew he wasn't gonna do it, though. I knew he'd pussy out.
No. I still have my money on him. Sooner or later, he has that look.
Oof.
Haha, everyone. Did you like my funny joke?
Do not think your failed suicide attempt will win you any pity from these men. Do not expect them to forget it either.
Again, it was a dark joke. Maybe we should go for a little walk, Joker, before we continue. Jogging around seems to have a positive effect on you.
Yes, get the serotonin running. Keeps those bad thoughts away.
I'm gonna take off now.
Okay, later, everybody. Okay, well that's pretty bad.
Sounds like you're the suicide cop, with his finger on the eject button, ready to let go of this life. But guess what?
What?
You idiot. You don't have a gun or any bullets. What is this? You're not ready to die. This is garbage. It would be the honorable thing to do. It would really show them. Show her, too.
No, it's a sign that I want to live. I'm not...
You refuse to even get the suicide cop thought.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Fine. Keep up the charade another day. This could have been so liberating, but you cling to the case, to your partner, to the world. It's pitiful.
There are parts of your brain that don't have your best interests in mind.
What in the name of hell was that supposed to be?
The lieutenant is gritting his teeth.
The theatrical suicide attempt. We need to talk about it.
Those 2 line readings were recorded at different times. That's what that felt like. Yes, I want to talk about it as well.
Yes, well, I was able to recontextualize it as a dark joke. I will not be able to recontextualize it the next time. I understand you sometimes employ extreme interrogation tactics, but I want you to understand that was too extreme. We can't have RCM officers going around putting guns in their mouths. We can't afford to have that image. Few institutions can.
I went with my gut feeling, and this time it was wrong.
Yes. Very, very, very wrong. I'm glad you see it my way. Let's go.
Okay, so that was not so good. Amabel.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's tough. Sometimes it's tough being Harry Dubois. As far as strategies go,
well, I failed the check. You know?
Yeah.
And I appreciate that they actually gave me there was an option just to back out entirely. But that felt less interesting, you know?
Yeah, I do sort of think you went the worst amount into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the go for it and then like bail at that point. That's the most embarrassing version of that thing, I think. I don't know. I don't know what else you could have done really, but it was not. Yeah.
I mean, at that point, I wasn't. Because, like, I'm approaching this game 2 ways. I'm approaching it first kind of like, well, I want to do well at the game, whatever that looks like in this kind of game. You know, I want to solve the case. I want to accomplish the goals. But having failed that, well, what is the most interesting thing? And what ways does that make it difficult for me going forward? So that's kind of what I leaned into there. But I'm still just kind of... I keep saying this because it's true. I feel like just kind of like I'm floundering around. Because, like, what is the next thing for me to do or investigate? What is the thing that I'm missing?
Well, I mean, what you need to deal with is the fact that these guys killed that man.
Yeah, but I don't have any. I have no verbs to do that with.
I'm less convinced of that.
Okay. If you see any verbs, can you let me know?
Yeah, go places, interact with things. You have not been everywhere. You have not seen everything.
Where haven't I been? Because, like, I can't get across the river. That's all. Closed. This isn't even the right place.
That is not. No, this is not where that is.
There's a whole part of the city I haven't been to that I can be to. I know you want me to steer, but sometimes I get lost. So if I am getting lost, I do appreciate any kind of direction. I've been here before, right? What is this place?
This is the pawn shop.
What? Do I talk to you? I talk to you.
G'day to you, officers.
Yeah.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
What is Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it.
All right, then. I will attempt to reconstruct what happened here.
Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
That was a pretty high roll there.
Yeah, why didn't I do that with the other thing? All right, look at the crater.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour.
The roof of the shack?
The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
This is rad, by the way. This whole thing is cool. Look at the slopey metal roof panel.
The panel served as a takeoff ramp.
Broken posts.
The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it.
Look at the sign.
The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. The Samaran butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took the plunge recently.
How recently?
Within the past 72 hours.
Look at the opposite bank.
Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
What was the model of this phantom vehicle?
There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22.
Why the Caprice 40?
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage.
And why the Linear G22?
Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump.
What now?
You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
Any theories about what happened here?
Some top shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake his hand.
What kind of car do you think it was?
Gosh.
Well,
there's the tires, and then there's the sturdiness. But you can have the, you can put different tires. I'm gonna say it was the Linea G22, the sturdier one.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
I apparently have some thoughts about who it might have been.
Oh.
Actually, never mind. Any more evidence go up with a list of suspects.
We are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
We should bring this driver to justice.
If we must.
I'm not expecting him to get far with this, the lieutenant consoles himself.
well, that feels... Kim, that's not very nice.
I can't get across here at all. So, like... Oh, what's this?
Hot air rises up from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting.
Oh, I can get some sunglasses. I could buy some books, too.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Oh, an amphibian sports visor gives +1 perception and +2 eyes.
A good starter pair, officer. And when you're ready to upgrade, come back.
Alright, let's get some glasses.
These death-tinted shades come with an odd longing for self-destruction. They're ugly. You don't even need a mirror to know that. Describing them is futile. Better get a glass of wine.
Okay.
Are you sure you're not Suicide Cop?
That sounds dangerous. I would much rather be regular cop.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
That said, I can now buy some books about communism.
I suppose that's also true.
So that's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Is this the communism books?
Shelves filled to the brim with...
No. How about you?
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance.
I guess sworn there's books about communism to buy. Did I make that up in my head?
I don't know.
The display rack is brimming. This is entirely complete.
Damn.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games.
Yeah, I'll buy the board
Wonderful
game.
choice, sir. A wholesome family game.
A civilization building board game where you get to choose a nation and set off to colonialize and exploit other cultures. A star-shaped note on the box proclaims the game now includes a completely new genocide option.
Wow,
this is what you spend your money on.
Well... Okay, so I don't have communism books to buy, actually. I can lift that weight. I'll lift that weight for you. That's a thing I can do.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Yeah!
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See? See? This place is cursed.
Fuck you, you stupid barbell.
Weightlifting was never my favorite either.
The lieutenant is obviously handling you.
At the station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It clears your head.
The lieutenant steps away from the barbell, letting you recover in peace. Letting your recover in peace. And then you just do drugs for no reason.
My morale is pretty low.
I mean...
What?
I mean, no.
I only had 2 left.
Yeah.
What if I came across another chair?
All right. Let me make an observation here.
Yeah.
We've been playing for 67 minutes. I think we're gonna call the episode here, Amabel.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. You need to gather your thoughts. You need to volumetrically compress your understanding of the case here. And when you all come back next time, we're gonna have a plan. We're gonna do a plan. We're gonna execute a plan, and we're gonna crack this thing, or arrest it. Crack and then arrest this thing, and we'll see you then.